The first in a new comic book series, The Next Shadow, takes place shortly after the events of the movie and continues the story of Jake and his journey with the Metkayina clan. Written this time by Jeremy Barlow, known for his Star Wars and Mass Effect comic book series, covers done by Guy Balby and coloring by Wes Dzioba, the first issue was released in January of 2021. The official synopsis reads, quote, Jake Sully maintains his position as leader of the Metkayina Na'vi clan, but with their homeland in ruins, he begins to doubt his place among them. As the Na'vi and human feud persists, tensions between the tribes begin to escalate as long-standing family rivalries ignite, spawning treachery and betrayal. End quote. The story begins with Jake Sully visiting the grave of his human body 2 weeks after the attack on the Tree of Souls. He accidentally cuts his hand on a thorny branch while digging it up to examine, and reflects on his regret about his decision. This was interesting to read because not only does it show what happens to Jake's human body, but also that conflict he has within him. Neytiri informs Jake that she is traveling to meet with Metkayina and pay a visit to the Olangi clan, which suffered the biggest loss during the battle with the RDA. Jake also relocated the Metkayina clan to a refugee center near Hell's Gate, thus allowing the Na'vi and the remaining humans to work together. After Neytiri has left, Jake receives a radio call from Norm, who inform him that the grinders at Hell's Gate have stopped and that Catherine Hale and her field team require assistance. Ka'ani and the hunters force Hale's dozers to turn around and return, which kinda irritates Hale because she had already negotiated the new mine location with Ka'ani, but Ka'ani is angry about the devastation the dozers make on their route to the mine. There is some tension between the humans and the Na'vi, but luckily Jake arrives to calm them down. Elsewhere, Tute's father and younger brother, Ateo and Arvok, are staring at the ruins of the Metkayina's home tree. After waiting until Neytiri has left, Ateo informs Arvok about his and Artut's plot to remove Jake and appoint Arvok as clan chief. Ateo tells him that he will not kill Jake but rather challenge him to a non-lethal ritual battle called First Blood, and to win this one simply has to draw blood from their opponent and the outcome is non-negotiable. However, without Arvok's knowledge, Artut poisons the knife so that if and when Arvok hits Jake with it, he would essentially kill him by accident. As the series has a different writer, one could easily notice in the shift in tone, but the artwork still remains beautiful. The fact that this comic begins after the events of the movie is what attracts me immediately, because not only does it touch on unfamiliar story areas, but it is also much more interesting than retelling scenes from the movie. This makes the comic unpredictable, of course, and it was really interesting to see Jake battle with that conflict of possibly doubting his choice. I'd highly recommend this one, as this series is a shorter read, thus it'll be less time to invest. But what do you think of issue 1 of The Next Shadow? Let me know in the comments below, and for more Avatar content, have a look at the rest of my channel. Until next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe.